Hey guys, Junior from Ascend AI Solutions. In this video, I want to show you how you can comfortably predict sales for your business with cold email. It's one of the best forms of lead generation because you can consistently predict the number of sales because of the inputs. What am I talking about? Well, what I have here is what we call the sales predictor. This is something I actually use day to day in my business, and I use this with my clients to help them understand how many sales they can expect to close based on the number of people we reach out to in our campaigns. So it's very quite simple. It looks complicated, but really it is just quite simple. All this represents is how many people are we reaching out to, how many are replying, how many of those replies were interested, and then how many of those interested replies did we actually book, and then how many of those interested replies that we booked were we able to close. And so depending on your company and your business, the way that your conversion rate, your reply rates, you should be able to comfortably predict the number of clients you close. So that's what this big number is down here. It's just essentially saying that you'd close 3.27 clients per month based on this. And if you're a high ticket service business, one client is uh, you know, uh, brings in quite a bit of revenue for yourself. So you'd be happy with 3 clients. So this is really suited for those high ticket service B2B sort of businesses where one client has quite a large customer lifetime value. Okay, so let me just quickly talk you through it. So let's just say that we run a campaign where I go ahead and I get 5,000 ideal clients that are within your ICP, your ideal client profile. And we've done a good job of sourcing their emails, finding the decision makers, making sure that they're actually the ones that we target. We get that big list of 5,000 people, and then we write copy. And so what this section is how many people replied. So let's say 2% of all those people replied. That's 100 people of 5,000 actually replied. How many of those interested, how many of those 100 people were actually interested? Because you know that not everyone that replies is going to be interested. You're going to get a whole bunch of leave me alones and I'm not interested. But let's just be conservative in this case and say that 33% of the 100 people were actually interested. Well, that's 33 people. And then let's be conservative again with in terms of how many we booked. So let's say of the 33, for some reason or another, even though they were interested, we were only able to get 10 people on a call on in that month. Um, so that's 10 booked calls. And so 10 book calls with you. And then let's just say that your conversion rate out of 10 people, you have a 30% conversion rate. You close, 3 out of every 10. Well, that's going to give you a 3.27 um, you know, predicted closed sales per month. Now that's sort of these figures are just conservative numbers, but let's just say like, okay, so once you know these numbers and you're getting consistent reply rates and these are all consistently happening, well then if you want to increase your sales, the beauty about this machine is that you just add more fuel to the machine. You add more fire to it. So essentially what I'm talking about is you add more leads. So the most obvious way to double my leads is to just double the people that I reach out to. So let's say I reach out to 10,000 people then in a month. I build a big list of 10,000 people. Well, then we should expect to close about 7 clients. But let's say that my TAM or my target addressable market is small and we'll just keep it at 5,000. Well, what are some other things that can we improve to get this number up? So what we might do is maybe we work on our copy. Maybe we work really hard on making good copy, good, high value messaging that makes people reply. And let's say we get that up to 4%, well, that's one way. So if 4% reply rate gets us to, that same number doubles our leads once again. Um, let's say let's go back down to 2%, which is a conservative reply rate. Now, let's say of the 100 people, our copy is once again good. And because our copy is good, we're getting more people interested. So let's just say 50% of the people of the this time we had 50 people that were interested instead of 30 people. You can quickly see how the numbers start to change, right? And that's the point I'm just trying to make here, is that when we so like, yeah, so sorry, let's just say again, so 50, how many interested people did we book? Let's say we're getting better at booking people, and so this is more to do with our speed to lead. Sorry, I'm not showing the calculator. So let's just say that we're yeah, so 50 people were interested, and we're getting back to them in a timely manner, we're responding quickly, we get this number right up to 50%, right? So half of them, 25 people actually booked. Well, then, even with a close rate of 30%, you're going to be doubling your numbers. So I just wanted to show you this because these are the numbers I work with. And some people, like, they look at cold email and they think, man, like, it's just like a spray and pray thing. But like, it's not really. It's actually a predictable machine. It's a predictable way that you can get clients. So once I know that I'm getting consistent reply rates of 2%, 50, I'm half of them are interested, half of them are booking, and then I know that I should be able to, like, predictably say that I'll get 8 meetings per month. Now, what I was saying before is that for some people, for some companies, especially the high ticket B2B service businesses, um, or any that are high ticket businesses where one client is worth a lot of money, like you can literally have a failure of a campaign, right? Where, sorry, you have, a point 0.5, like you have a failure of a campaign, you got 0.5% of the 5,000 actually replied, you're still going to close like 2 clients in the month. And you know for some of these businesses, one client is a big amount. So you can see very quickly the maths behind it. I hope this made sense. All I wanted to show you was the maths and the numbers and the calculations behind why cold email is such a predictable way to guarantee your sales. And I hope that made sense. And this is the type of thing that we do for our clients, and we can predictably bring you more clients if that's something that you're looking for. I hope that this made sense and brought you some value, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.